Welcome to the After Show, where Cole the crew chief has put together some afterthoughts, maybe some bonus footage, the occasional blooper, and even a couple of short stories from Along for the Ride podcast with the Mad Dog and Cole. Check it out right after this.
Bro.
Yeah.
Costa Mesa Speedway never fails.
Right?
To say it is awesome is redundant because that is the best now $30 you can spend on a Saturday night.
Yeah, so rad. I saw some of your clips that you sent me and stuff. Looked like an awesome time. And man, you had the opportunity to hobnob with some big names there.
Dude, it was fun, man. I was just laughing because there's some times where I won't even have my phone out. I'm just there being in the moment. But this round was one of those things where it was like I turned back into tourist mode, and everywhere I looked was somebody important or somebody in the industry. I mean, at one point, I turned around and I was looking for my friends well before the races started, and Troy Lee is walking behind my booth. Yeah, that Troy Lee.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's a fast little bugger, so I couldn't invite him in. But I'll get you next time, Troy. But yeah, so we had Knobby Night at Speedway, so it was the third round.
That would be that Troy Lee also.
That Troy Lee as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now I'm pointing at it. As in that Troy Lee.
Yes.
Orange County's pride and joy now.
Yes, for sure.
From Corona. So yeah, dude, Speedway was awesome. And we kind of...
It was Knobby Night, right?
It was Knobby Night. And so just to go back over that, if you didn't hear the main show, it's the event where they let the dirt bikes go around the oval, and they have some big heavy hitters, you know, whether it's like I said, the local off-road guys, like the Works guys, the Big Six guys, the Baja guys, a couple local motocross guys. There was a couple ex-supercross guys. But long story short, they go battle it out, and to kind of extend the show, they did some like bracket races and just some exhibition one-on-one races. And then, of course, at the end of the night, they had everybody go out there. But just to name a few people, Ryan Villapoto, Randy DeFrancisco, who is Ryder DeFrancisco's father, who, if you didn't know, raced Speedway forever and ever. He was a hot shoe when I was a kid. Couple supercross guys besides Ryan Villapoto. Colton Udall was there, Ian Young, both Baja 500, 1000, San Felipe 250 champions. Also happen to be the stepkids of MAddOG'S, who runs the whole show.
Wow.
Man, and of course, my new friend Mason Klein.
Yes.
Our American Rally prestigious treasure of a man, Mason Klein.
Yeah.
So
he's just a kid too.
Yeah, I think he's like 20, 21 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, he's probably 20. But man, just a great show, great turnout. Definitely wasn't full stadium, but that's kind of rare unless it's like a Harley night or something like that. But the fact that it was at least 80% full, that's always a great sign. You want people coming out and enjoying motorcycle racing in suburban Southern California. So
for sure.
One thing really interesting they had that I've never seen ever in my life at Speedway was they had motocross sidecars go and run the oval. Not just your standard, I don't want to say standard, but you're not your normal Speedway sidecars. They were motocross sidecars, side hats.
Wow. Was Joe Haller there?
Joe Haller was not there. It would have been cool. Dude, he would have dominated everybody.
Yeah. Dude, if he ever decides to go out there, man, I may have to make a trip out and jump on. He keeps bugging me to get on with him. So
can you imagine how instantly he would be the fan favorite?
Oh yeah,
on a CR 500 side hack.
Well, and the dude's a great personality too. So
alone, he would fit right into the circus that's Costa Mesa Speedway, right?
Hell yeah, for sure.
Maybe you could be co-dog on that and kind of get your feet wet in that world.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. I'd love to.
Before we go race Nora, I will have you go around the 8th mile and see how you feel.
Yeah, I'm sure I'd feel good for a minute or two.
Yeah, I mean, if everything goes right, there's not very many big jumps on the flat track.
True.
But man, I felt so gratified because they ran the sidecars clockwise, which they normally do at Speedway, but both side hacks were on the right side. And so they looked kind of dorky tiptoeing around the track. And I looked at everybody in the booth and I'm like, why wouldn't they just run them the other way? And so they came out for heat 2, and guess what? They ran them the other way, and they went twice as fast.
Wow. That is cool.
Feels nice to be listened to, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But man, it was just silliness. Great racing, great turnout. What was so fascinating, what was heartwarming was the fastest bike at Knobby Night. Take a guess. Throw anything out there. Motocross bike.
KTM 350.
I mean, not, you know, you're in the right continent. It was an old CZ.
No kidding.
I mean, think about it. Think how much lower your center of gravity is.
Yeah.
Think how much better you're going to turn than a modern bike, especially Mason Klein's rally bike with 9 gallons of fuel in it.
Right.
But dude, I got pictures of him just taking it to Villapoto, who's flat track. You know, his grandpa was flat track, big deal. I mean, the guy's no stranger to turning left. No. And yeah, this old CZ was just putting a whooping on everybody.
So his Blue Crew machine got spanked by a 50-year-old CZ.
As you would say, the Yamaha got a spanking by the old air-cooled CZ 2-stroke. And I mean, he was wearing the same helmet that's on your Along for the Ride edition kicker shirt right now. The dude was nice, you know, just full commit, and it was just so cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and Jared McNeil was there, who's Destry Abbott's son-in-law, to bring this all back around. I mean, just like I said, I'm forgetting more names than I'm remembering. There were so many guys out there, right?
Wow.
But afterwards, went through the pits, which is very cool. You can do at Costa Mesa Speedway. They open the track up. They let your kids run around and burn the sugar off before you throw them in the minivan to go home. But yeah, you can go to the pits, get autographs, go talk to your friends, whatever. But I saw a mutual friend, Ryan Arnino, and he was like Mason Klein's handler for the night. And so Ryan had just finished doing the Nora 1000 on a bike. I'm sorry, the Sonora Rally, not even the Nora, the Sonora Rally. I mean, full navigation, you know,
full rally raid
championship race. Yeah. So basically, he had some bad luck, and he blew his clutch plate. I mean, his clutch cover up, and so they bought every bit of JB Weld they could find in Sonora, Mexico. And I mean, he missed a day, but they let him finish. You know, they didn't just tell him to pack his stuff and go home. So we were shooting the breeze forever, and he's another District 38 racer, and that's actually how I got to meet him. And Mason Klein's sitting there, and so then I was like, "Hey, man, I got a rider who's doing really good in District 38, and we need to send him a motivational video from your words. So thank you to Mason Klein for sending my boy Jake a very cool off the cuff video. And I got to give him credit because he's getting, you know, NBC Sports and all these international, and he's always been great on TV ever since the first time. And so when I go, hey, here's my phone, send him a video, just right off the cuff, the dude's just as good at media as he is riding. So go figure.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah, Speedway was awesome. Good crowd, good live band, track was great. Can't say enough good things about it.
Rad. I'm bummed I missed it. I've got to try and get out there for some Speedway at some point.
Man, yeah, it's like me coming to Havasu. It's like I just got to figure it out, you know. But it's hard. It's a long way for you. So
yeah, and ditto. You know, so maybe we can put something together in the next month here. I think got some time off coming up in theory, so we'll see. But yeah, man, that sounds. I saw so much of your posts and stuff and the Snapchats you sent me. I was like, oh man. I mean, here I am, like literally American Flat Track, legendary Sacramento Mile. I'm like, good golly, I wish I was at Costa Mesa Speedway with Cole, you know.
or run the mile in the morning and then take a charter jet down, and then could have been at Speedway that night, and maybe we'll fly you back and get your truck, and we'll go. It'll go Ventura, right, the week before.
Yeah.
And then the Friday night they do Gold County Speedway in Auburn, which is close to Sacramento. Then Saturday morning you work flat track, fly down for Speedway, fly back Saturday night, go get your truck home on Sunday.
Yeah. Actually, Friday night they do like I think a vintage race in Lodi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it kind of piggybacks off the event anyway.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool, I guess. I have never got to seen it, but it's pretty cool. So
Motorcycle May doesn't disappoint.
no, not at all. So with that, man, Cole, I'm jealous. Such a great time.
Yeah, fun. Like I said, I couldn't get off my phone.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's
recording.
Good.
Not that I was bored. Recording, I couldn't get off my phone.
Recording, right. Yeah, clarify for sure. So, dude, I'm glad we got a chance to cover this. Sorry I was so long-winded and E38 that we couldn't get it in the episode, but I know people love these shorts too. So
they're bite-sized pieces.
Yep, exactly. Just a little filler till episode 39.
You know what's cool about that? It's one away from 40.
That is cool.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the After Show. Please make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite streaming service. We here at Along for the Ride need to thank our partners that make this all possible. Kicker Performance Audio. Check them out at kicker.com. Bomber Floating Eyewear. See all the latest and greatest styles at bombereyewear.com. Of course, me at the Premix Podcast. Check us out on Instagram at the Premix Podcast. And of course, the YouTube wouldn't be possible without Kelsey Morel Film. Check her out on Kelsey Morel Film on Instagram.